start yet? Oh yeah, it started. So what's up? So today is Friday, November 21st. I'll be trading the Nasdaq like I always do. So I'm coming into the session with honestly, I guess I could say confused bias, if that's a thing. I just want to make sure that this is set up properly because I don't know why it looks weird. Oh no, never mind. Okay, we're good. So, on the daily, right? So I mean, on the daily, right? We respected this daily fair value gap right here. Respecting it pretty well, and we pushed all the way down to this low right here. We swept out that same low in NQ and ES. So I feel like I was talking about that low is like a good low to target. So it's already hit. So I mean, I could see if we start rejecting like immediately, I could see that. But I feel like if we're not gonna give a good clear reaction immediately off this low, I want to say we're gonna continue bearish. The only thing that's tricky though is like it's a Friday. So, but yeah, I mean I'll just have to. So let's see. I mean we're leaving behind a data high. I'm not sure if I necessarily want to target that, but it is possible. I mean, there's orange folder news at 10 a.m. that could give more clarity, but depending on how that candle prints. But and the funny thing was, I was looking at like session highs and lows, and like we took out right, we took out London and Asia high and low, and the same thing on ES. So like I can't even target like Asia highs or low or London high or low, right? I hope we don't take out this data high because I mean I feel like if we start trending bullish, that would be a good target. Oh, we're gonna take it out. I guess ES made equal highs with it. Okay, yeah, ES took it out. So I really don't want to target data highs anymore if I was able to, but so I mean like there's a 15-minute change in the state of delivery here too. We're kind of retesting that breaker. There's also a fair value gap. So like if this area starts holding, honestly, I might look for continuation longs to like rebalance like 50% of this range right here. I do like too if we rebalance 50% of that range, we'd sweep out that high too. So I feel like this high right here is a really good target. I would just need more like internal structure. Luckily though, that's a good that's a decent like way away. And part of the reason I could be bullish today too is that if we look at the weekly. On the weekly, I feel like I mean I guess we are kind of pulled back, but I feel like these weekly candles they tend to pull back in the opposite direction of whichever they're forming on Friday. Not always, but it's I feel like it's kind of rare that we have Fridays where this weekly candle continues and closes at the extreme of this candle. Could happen if we're bearish enough though. Although I mean, for me to look for continuation longs, we pretty much have to break above like this high right here, close above it, and then start forming gaps up here we respect. Because like I mean, right now we're delivering from like this 15-minute gap right here, this breaker, but I'm not too comfortable to take a long off that to be honest. Because I bet there's probably some like 2-minute in here. Oh wow, I just guessed that correctly. Yeah, there's a 2-minute right here that just closed through. So I mean, I'm not willing to take that, but if you really wanted a really early entry, right? like this would be a really early entry. I mean, you got stacked highs above. You got a good break even point. I mean, I'm not going to take this, but are those equal highs? And I probably would go, honestly, on this. I feel like I'd go for more than 1-to-1 if I were to take this. It would be cool though if we can leave behind these equal highs up here, and then there's stacked highs right above. We're inside this 15 minute. If we can like sweep out this low, I'd consider a long. I just don't. I just hate how like higher time frame we're so bearish, but I feel like right now we're getting a reaction out of this 15 minute, and there's that 15 minute change in the state. Nah, I guess we're gonna take out the equal highs though. You said kind of liking longs. Yeah, especially if I feel like if I get more confirmation where we start breaking these highs and holding above it, I would definitely look for longs. Ooh, I really want these equal highs to get left behind. Now we're gonna run those. Yeah, okay. That's annoying. So at least I can't target those equal highs. Oh my god. I just wanted my drawing back to that. So I mean, this is probably gonna play out now. You said yeah, especially if we get some good volume too, yeah. Because honestly, I'm looking at we could pull back to 50% of this range, which is like right up here, and I feel like there's this high right above 50, right below 50%. So that's like a liquidity sweep and tapping into 50%. It's like 400 points away too. So I'm honestly surprised we haven't swept these highs already. I feel like I might have been more confident in taking like this long over here if there was like a clear SMT that I really saw. I mean, I guess no, there's not really a clear SMT here. I mean, I also wasn't looking too hard to be honest, but no, there's not a clear SMT there. So if I were to have taken this first trade, I'd be going break even right now to be honest. I mean, we should just run through all these highs right now and hopefully go a little further. I wonder how much further? 36. I mean, it honestly could just sweep out these highs and pull back, but Definitely not the reaction you want to see at those highs. I mean, if we're gonna react off those highs, maybe we could pull back a little bit, sweep out this like 15-minute internal low. Right, because this is like a low inside of a 15-minute gap. Well, I guess we already swept out the low. Well, no, we're sweeping the low inside this gap, yeah. Yeah, I probably would have gotten stopped at break even on that, I bet, if I would have taken that. Yeah, I wasn't confident enough in that, to be honest. So I wonder, is there... I wouldn't be interested in shorts, but shorts really aren't valid here because the highest time frame, at least with inversions in my opinion, because the highest time frame is like, there's a 2-minute here, but there's also this 2-minute down here. And it's not even like you could like take an inverse of this first 2-minute, go break even at the next one. And then if you're taking an inverse of the second one, I feel like you're just killing your risk to reward. So like even if you put it here, it's still 80 points. And honestly, if we do give some long opportunity like here with an inversion, I really wouldn't take it because we're not like at this moment in time right now, we're not delivering from a 5 15-minute gap. Because like yeah, I understand we traded into this 15-minute gap right here, but it already pushed us all the way up here. We saw this high, and like right now we're delivering from this high right now. So I mean, like for me to take a long, I'd have to see like this low get swept. You said, "Hi, bro. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Can't complain. You taking any trades today so far?" So there is an SMT at the highs right now. I'll keep that in mind, but you said nope, still holding crypto. Yeah, crypto's going crazy right now. So I guess we're gonna have 10 a.m. news coming out. It's orange folder, but it honestly might do something. So definitely gonna be interesting to see how 10 a.m. news drops. We have like 30 seconds. Honestly, it'd be nice if we could have 10 a.m. news like come down, sweep out this low or something, and immediately react off it. That'd be kind of nice, to be honest. But we have 14 seconds till news drops. That was not that exciting when it was released whatsoever. It was orange folder though. But I don't want to see a data low get left behind. You said what strat? Oh, you said, yo, Tim, how are you, man? Sorry I joined a bit late. You're good. I started at 9:45 today because I wanted the, was it Flash PMI to come out first? But you said, what strategy do you use? I mean, I trade inversion fair value gaps. So I pretty much wait for like a candle to close through a fair value gap. And I enter then. Ooh, so it'd be nice if we could leave behind this data high. I could target that later. I'd be down for that. We just need either NQ or ES like has to come out and sweep this low first though. Because I'm not just gonna take some random inversion, but so I mean what I'm thinking is so if let's say we come down, sweep out this internal low I have marked out, right? We open up this 1 minute and then invert whatever the highest time frame gap is, and then I go break even at that data high. I'm liking it. I'd probably just go for a 1-to-1 on this trade though, but I feel like having a data high as your break even, I would love that. So I just gotta watch in case we open up like a 2 minute gap here, because whatever the highest time frame in this leg is, so if this 2 minute like opens up, I need to pay attention to that one instead now. And it would be preferential if like let's say NQ sweeps out the low and ES doesn't sweep out the low. So we put in an SMT down there. That would be ideal for me. So close to that low. Cool. So we swept it out. We're probably gonna open up this 2 minute. You said two choppy wicks and there's 5 minutes not looking too hot, but and honestly, I mean, if we're gonna keep like just dumping, at some point I gotta say we're bearish again, because like we put in an SMT inside. I'm sure there's got to be some higher time frame gap. There's like a microscopic 4 hour, I think here. $35.50. Is that a 1 tick gap in the 4 hour? That's crazy. I don't even know if I count that as a 4 hour gap. It's 1 tick. So we're gonna open up this 2 minute. So especially if like let's say the next candle comes right back up and inverts that 2 minute, I just hate the stop loss size. And I feel like if I were to take an inversion, I would definitely want this to happen very quickly. Like I wouldn't want us to. I'd want to see us pretty much sweep this low and react right back up. So we have like 1 minute till this candle closes. I definitely gotta pay attention to this candle. I mean, we might open up a 3 minute if we don't invert this. Okay, yeah, that's the type of reaction I wanted to see. So I mean, if we close through this 2 minute and then at the same time, if neither NQ or ES takes out this data high, said yesterday's 4-hour candle was massive. Yeah, it dumped yesterday. But so I would take this and I'd go break even at that data high up there if we invert this. This stop loss is so crazy, bro. I just want to double check real quick, right? There's no 3-minute gap. There's no 4 minute. So we're inverting the highest time frame in this leg right here. Yeah, okay. I'd take this. We're sweeping out a low inside a 15-minute gap. There's data highs as my break even. When this candle closes in 10 seconds, I'm going to try this. And thanks for the follow, Dylan Nate. I still want to see a good close, though. I'll take that. So I'm in there. Just putting my stops down at that low. Just go for a 1-to-1. I'll show my executions in 1 second. I might need to go break even in like milliseconds, though. Should be able to see my executions. So once we take out this high right over here, which is a data high, I'm going to go break even. I'm debating. I'll just go for 1-to-1, honestly. It's like exactly 1-to-1 right there. So we're getting mad close to my break even. I'm trying to think. I might just go for that high up there. Because, I mean, I feel like my original target was, I said we wanted to rebalance the EQ that range, potentially. So, yeah, but I'm not willing to go break even until we take out this data high. Because in my mind, data highs are just strong draws. So, I mean, even if we're going to continue bearish, we're still going to sweep out this data high, in my opinion. You know, in my head, I'm really thinking about my TP, if I want to leave it like exactly at 1-to-1, or if I want to leave it this high up here. Because I feel like price action, I'm not too sure if I want to trust price action to go all the way up to this high. I'll just target like EQ of that wick, honestly. Do something like that. So hopefully this 2-minute gap right here, though, can hold us up. But honestly, though, like if I lose this trade, you said I shorted NQ, 2 contracts. Good luck. But yeah, honestly, even if this trade loses, I feel like I'd be okay with taking this loss. Because like I feel like data highs, I'm taking a long toward data high. I'm okay with that. Oh, you said I'm in longs as well, Chase? Good. So I mean, hopefully these gaps hold us up. Not looking too hot right now, but we gotta wait until this candle close. I got one guy in chat in shorts, one guy in longs. Yeah, but like honestly though, like I feel like in terms of, you said I got off at 1-to-1, made 400, nice. Yeah, 'cause honestly, in my opinion though, I really think this data high is gonna get hit eventually. In my opinion, like even if it stops me out, eventually, I feel like. But I mean, yeah, but the main reason I'm like I love this trade. So I mean, we're inside this 15-minute gap right here, right? We swept out this low inside this 15-minute gap. This technically is a breaker right here, right? Because if you look Python's structure, right, we're putting in lower highs, lower lows, and then if we look at like this point right here, right, we had this push down right here. That was like the last leg, and we finally broke above that. So we shifted structure. I like how I'm talking about why this trade's so great and it's just going right against me. So whatever, I'm okay with this loss. Yes, we're just moving too bearish, higher time frame, maybe. But yeah, I mean, all I was saying though, so we swept out a low inside of a 15-minute gap. So if we were to react off this, we're reacting from not only a gap, we're delivering from like a liquidity point, right? And then I believe data highs are a strong draw. So I'm going break even at data high. He said, "Oh, what's up, Sam Rat? I'm good. How are you?" Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably cooked here. This is like last line of defense here. There's like this wick, and there's probably like EQ this wick, right? But it's not looking good. Yeah, that's EQ the wick. This is like this line right here is the like the last possible place I could see price reacting off of. You said today's price action is BS. Honestly, I kind of agree with you to be honest. Said he said sorry to have you use liquidity. You're good. I mean, there's a chance it could wick up now. There's a chance it could come up now. Maybe. He said maybe you need to wait for 1050 macro. Yeah, maybe honestly. And hopefully we can close above some of these candles. Nah, I'm cooked. So this right is like last line defense. So maybe we come up now. Probably not though. Come on, EQ of the wick, hold me up. There's no shot that holds. Yeah, I can't get my hopes up yet. That's not gonna hold. You said I'd think of buying if we sweep the lows inside the news candle, form an OB. Come on, up Nasdaq. Respect that EQ of the wick. Ooh, no, that is not what I want to see. I'm cooked. It gave me hope for a second. Damn, this trade's a nail biter. Oh. Come on, close strong. Close bullish. That's like a doji. I mean, all I can do is just sit and watch. Nothing else I can do. Because it's not like I'm going to close this position early. It's not part of my plan. Oh, come on. Dude, don't wick down like that. Oh, that's... Yeah, I think I've said this like 3 times, so I'm probably cooked here. You said still holding strong. Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean... Oh, that candle close is so bad, too. That's such a bad candle close. You said, are we in a bear market? I mean... I don't know if we can tell that yet. Dude, EQ this wick is so strong. I shouldn't say that. I feel like I might jinx it, but like we just keep bouncing off EQ this wick. Oh my god. This hurts to watch. Yeah. Okay, I'm out there. So I mean, I'd be willing to take one more trade today. There's like no gaps in this leg. Straight chop. So I mean, so there's an SMT at the high. It's holding pretty well right now. Oh, I should switch back to trading view. No, I did already. Never mind. Wow. So there's, even if I were to try to take a short here, there's not a single like 5 or 15-minute gap in this leg right here. So it's not like I could base any trades off anything really. I mean, are we gonna open up a 1 minute here maybe? There's a 30-second here. Oh my god. Don't do this to me. I'm just thinking about, there's a chance I might take this setup, to be honest. Because there's no one, there might be a 1 minute. I would prefer if there's a 1 minute that could open up instead of ripping a 30-second again. Well, the first trade wasn't a 30-second. But if we close through this, I might try this. Oh god. I'm gonna try this. Only if we close through this gap though. Only if we close through this gap, I'm trying this. I'm in there. Okay. Oh wow, I'm over risked. Isn't that exciting? Okay. I'm gonna go break even when we take that internal high up there. This most recent internal high. Should I really try to target data highs and be a psychopath? I kind of wanna. I'm getting ready to go break even. I'll show my executions 1 second. I'm break even ready. I'll show my executions. Whew. I'm probably gonna get break even, aren't I? Come on. Don't break even me. Be nice to me today, Nasdaq. Up, Nasdaq. I'm actually going for a kind of a crazy TP. I don't know what I should do. I'm thinking. I'm probably gonna get break even regardless. I was just thinking about if I want to partial at 1-to-1, but I kind of don't. I kind of want to hold. Oh, come on, follow through up. Fuck. Okay. I got break even. I mean, so the main reason I was willing to try that though was because I mean it's kind of the same idea as last thing. I mean, I can't just keep ripping longs in here, but we're inside this 15-minute, right? We have a data high above, and there was just a 30-second that created. We kind of like immediately inverted. I feel like internally that looked like good structure, but we're just moving so bearish. Honestly, right now I'm just thinking about what I want to do next, because like I base all my trades off 5 and 15-minute fair value gaps. We're trading inside this 15. I mean, if we invert this, I'll be clearly bearish, right? Like this is a good condition here. You said, "Yo, sorry, I was AFK. What I missed? What happened with the trade?" Well, I took 2 trades. The first one was like a 1 minute, or was it was a 2 minute. My bad. I took this 2 minute long over here. It came mad close to my break even point, which is the data high, but it never actually swept it. So I got stopped out on that one. I tried a 30-second over here. I tried like this 30-second. And then I just got break even on that one because I went break even at the internal high. I feel like internally it looked like good structure. But yeah, we're getting like the same setup almost again, but this time the break even point sucks. Oh my god, why does it just keep doing this? Like leg down, invert the gap. I'm trying to think if I'm willing to take this. If we're gonna close through it like that, I mean, there's not an SMT at the high yet. If we don't, dude, price action's so wonky right now. I'm trying that, but I'll go break even when we take the internal high. I feel like one of these trades just might start running straight up though. That's pretty much like why I'm kind of willing to accept this risk. But okay, yeah, so I guess I'm almost break even. ES didn't take the high just yet. I'll call that break even. We took the internal high. I'm probably gonna stop to break even again, to be honest. Yeah, I stopped to break even. You said I want you said I want to see price take out the low in the news candle. What? You know, I guess you're right. That what did they drop it? I thought news was at 8:30. Not what is this news candle at 7:30? Oh, I like how that's running after break evening me. That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, I was trying to do something like that. And I saw we made equal highs, but we didn't make like oh, well, I guess ES took the high, so I had to go break even. That's so cool that that just break even me. That's so cool. It's so not cool. Oh, I guess ES took out the data high now. So honestly, I'm not really looking to target that data high anymore if ES is going to take it out because there's like an SMT there now. Honestly, so that trade would have break even me, and I didn't even get 1-to-1 on it. Yeah, it's whatever. But I wish I could take a short here, honestly. But the only thing is though, like, we're not delivering from any 5 or 15-minute gaps, and I like to base my trades off of 5 15-minute gaps. So even though honestly I think we're kind of primed for shorts here. Well, I say we're primed for shorts, but internally I really can't find any good entries because since I trade inversions though, there's like 2 separate gaps in this leg. But yeah, I mean you can see that like we're primed for shorts. Now we took out data highs, put an SMT there. I feel like bearish wise, the first target I could see is this low down here. I really don't even know what that low is. Was it? Oh, the Fed can still cut rates in near term. That's probably what it was. Why are they just announcing random things at 7 in the morning? I mean, at this point, I say I'm really bearish. So at this point, I mean, if we can open up any 5 or 15-minute fair value gap, and then give me a rejection out of that, I take a short. You said I'm looking for buys RN. Well, good luck. We are still. I mean, we're still holding this as of right now. We're holding this 15-minute gap right here. We still haven't inverted it. I just hate how few 5 and 15-minute gaps are opening up. That's what really makes it tough for me here. Honestly, I could see longs if we take out this low right here. But honestly though, I feel like at that point if we're coming all the way down here, we're probably just gonna take out this low over here. I don't know, I'll just play it by ear to be honest. So I guess yeah, I mean the 15-minute gap for now is still holding. Honestly, if this 2-minute opens up, 2 minutes not going to open up a bit, but I'm just considering there's an SMT at the low, right? We're barely holding that 15-minute. I'd prefer if that 2 minutes not even gonna open up now. He said, "My brother, this might be a weird first question, but where do you buy your desk from?" You're good. I bought it from Amazon. I just searched like L-shaped desk, and honestly I think it was one of the top ones that came up. I honestly don't remember the brand, and I don't even know how to find that out. But if you just search like L-shaped desk, it was just one of the top ones on Amazon. You said I got BE. I guess you tried to long off that sweep, I guess. Ooh, we might open up a 3-minute here. This 3-minute could be interesting. You said I have 2 monitors. Do you think it's good? Or should I get a smaller one? I mean, I have 3 monitors and it works fine for me. I mean, I guess honestly it is a little cramped. I feel like I have like this like an arm that grabs on the desk and holds the monitors. But I mean it can definitely fit 2 monitors. Is this 3-minute gonna open up? I want this 3-minute to open up. But you said, "Hey, question. I met my profit target on Top Step, but the consistency target is 8K. What does that mean?" Well, I'm assuming there's a consistency rule at Top Step where your biggest day can't be more than 50% of your total profit. So I'm assuming you probably made 4K in one day or something like that. So you have to make 8K total to pass. Because like even if you hit the profit target though, your biggest day can't be more than 50% of your total profit. So you have to keep trading, making more money until your biggest day is less than 50%, if that makes sense. I don't even think I'm gonna get an entry in this. I'm just preparing in case I do somehow. Nah, I think we're so bearish. We didn't even open up a 5 or 15-minute gap. That's cool. Oh, I hate that. Honestly, even if I get a long opportunity now, I'm not going to take a long. No, they're not exactly equal lows. They're relative equal lows. That changes things here. The only thing I was thinking about is on a time, like, I mean, honestly, I'm probably not getting an entry here, but if there's equal lows on my stop, I don't like taking trades with equal lows on my stop or equal highs, either or. But you said, "I think I found it. Thank you, man. Hope you have a good weekend." I hope you have a good weekend as well. Thank you for stopping by, bro. FX Quiet. He said, "I'm long at ES with one contract." Are you like turtle souping this low? Good luck. I hope it plays out for you. So we're probably gonna hit this low over here. Honestly, maybe. I have to like watch how price plays out. Maybe we can react off that. Dully said, got into longs. Hopefully I don't get railed. I hope you don't either. It's not looking good so far, but yes, I mean this is one of the areas I could have targeted, right, for shorts. She said that's why I don't use limit orders. Yeah, I mean there's definitely people that use limit orders, and me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of limit orders to be honest. Cool. So we've swept at that low. We're probably gonna sweep at this low right here. Hmm. We're just dumping. I mean, so I mean, it's possible we could get longs because we're sweeping out this low inside this 15-minute gap, but like with how we're moving, I mean, I think we want to take out this low. And like so we never really rebalanced even close to 50% of this range up here. I wonder like even I guess we rebalanced from like 50% of this range, but I mean we are kind of reacting off this low temporarily at least. Oh, nice Dark Ignite. Della said gonna try it again if it dumps a bit more. Got another limit order. I hope it works out for you. He said I took a 1 minute inverse and targeted the recent highs and got out pretty quick. Interesting. So I mean, we're actually gonna open up a 5 minute gap here, which is honestly kind of good for me. Like this gap is a great condition where like I can use it and say, okay, if we trade back up into it and start respecting it, what did I hit? Not yes, NQ. So if we come back up into that 5 minute, start respecting it, I can take shorts. But if we close through it and invert it, then I could look for longs up to here. I mean, I was hoping we could at least pull back into it after it gets formed, but you got in at 10:23 and got out at 10:25. Oh, this 1 minute inversion here. So at least we're opening up a 5 minute gap, which we haven't done. Like, have we done it? We haven't opened up one single 5 minute gap since market open. I didn't even realize that. We haven't opened up a 15 minute gap since then either. It's a sign of great price action. said missed my limit by a tick. You said Tim, thoughts on Bitcoin? Honestly, I mean, I feel like I'm not the right guy to ask about that, but I mean, I think it's a good buying opportunity. I mean, I feel like Bitcoin is one of those more stable cryptocurrencies where like I feel like crypto can be risky in general, but like Bitcoin in specific is like one of those kind of like stable ones, if you know what I mean? And I feel like it's not like Bitcoin's gonna keep going down. Like if I bought like Cardano or like AVA or like some weird crypto though, you know what I mean? Like that could just dump one day overnight. But Bitcoin, I mean, I feel like it's used by so many places. Like it's not gonna dump overnight. And honestly, I mean, I don't really chart Bitcoin too much, but I feel like we're taking out these lows that are kind of stacked here. It's possible we could. This is the 5 minute chart. What am I looking at? This is what I should be looking at. Yeah, I mean, honestly, even if we come down here and sweep these lows, like it could be the same kind of story as like Nasdaq though. Like remember back in like 2020, you said you would think that Bitcoin dumping overnight in the last week it's down 50K. I mean, in the last week, it's down like 20K. But yeah, I mean it's pretty possible. Like I gotta double check NQ real quick. What's NQ doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yeah, like if you look at NQ though, if you look at the daily, right? Like back all the way back here, right? Like we had these lows, right? That's what. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of something else. Down here, right? We had this huge dump down, but it always goes up after, pretty much. Hmm. I'm looking honestly. I'm trying to think if we come up and invert this 5 minute. If we're gonna invert this 5 minute, I might try this. It's got an amazing break even point. I think it's funny. Like I put in my position size calculator, like how many points, like contracts should I get in, and I could say 80, I could say 120, and still give me 2 contracts. Hmm. Honestly though, if we close this 5 minute like this candle right here, I definitely want to try this. Ugh. Ugh. One thing I really love about this trade though is just like the break even point. It's so far away. Well, it's not even break even. It's like my TP because I'm not gonna hold past there. So honestly, if we can close to this 5 minute, I hope it doesn't mess up my risk to reward too bad. Like with the close really up here, but I want to try this. Oh, come on. Calm down, Nasdaq. Calm down. 30 seconds. You said you got any siblings, Tim? I'm actually an only child. Okay, so we have like 10 seconds. So honestly, I mean, so if we close to this 5 minute, I'm 100%, 110% going to take this. I want to see a good close though. If we close right at the gap, oh, just like that? Yeah, I don't want to see that. I'd be so pissed at myself if I lost this trade. I can't take this. I can't take that. I really don't want to wait. You know what? We gave my entry criteria. I'm gonna try it. I'm in there. We, yeah, I gotta try it. Where? I'm sorry, I hit my microphone really hard. So I'll show my executions in a second. I just want to make sure I have the right TP. Why is it? Is this data highs up here? Where is data highs? Oh, it's up here. That's why. That's why. I'm gonna be pissed at myself if this trade loses, though, to be honest. I won't lie. Because, like, normally I like strong closes through gaps. He said executions. Yeah, I was. There you go. I am going. I normally like to go for like 1-to-1 risk to reward, but honestly, I kind of like the data high. I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I'm a little bugging out right now, to be honest. Only for the sheer fact of like that wasn't a strong close to that gap, but I don't know why. I feel like I want to try this setup. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. And to be honest, I don't know if this is an emotional decision or not. What's the price difference here, right? I mean, it's 750. So I basically sacrifice $100 on 3 accounts. But I would be taking profit at my break-even point, which is over a 1-to-1. You said, and DB said, do you live trade? I mean, yeah, like I'm live trading right now. I mean, I do it Monday through Friday every for New York AM session. Yeah. I mean, this isn't like it's like a funded account. It's not like a live account, but I mean, I can get paid from this account if I do well enough on it. Also, that thing I was talking about before, I feel like I want to sell at that data high only for the sheer fact of like, I feel like if we're going to come all the way up here, are we really going to react off this high and not hit this high up here? Probably not. And honestly, like on the 5-minute, I'll start being a lot more confident in this trade if this current 5-minute candle can close through this gap stronger. Why is it hard to see this gap? So the gap I took an inverse off of is this gap right here. You said, ooh, I like this. I'm liking this. So honestly, like I was hesitating before, but if I was not in this position previously, I definitely would be entering on this candle closure. Because like before, we like barely closed to that gap, but now this is actually a strong close to this gap. So I'm like a lot more confident in this position now. Like, oh my god, yeah, look at that. You said, Tim, can you explain your entry reason? Yes, definitely will. So on the 15-minute time frame, right? So we did close through like this 15-minute gap right here, but the thing was we came further down, we swept out this low right here, and that low was another low like inside of a 15-minute gap. And yeah, honestly, part of it is just it's a Friday. I feel like we need a retracement because like if you look at this 15-minute chart, right? I feel like if we're gonna dump like this, we should rebalance to equilibrium in this range, which is right up here. So obviously, like I'm not targeting equilibrium in this range. Like I'm not crazy, but I feel like we need some form of rebalance really. And then especially on a Friday, I feel like Fridays are rebalance days. Like, because think about the weekly candle, right? we're going so far down. This weekly candle on Friday should pull back a little bit at least, right? It's not like we're going to continue on a Friday. I mean, sometimes, don't get me wrong, it happens. But yeah, and then obviously, so the exact entry reason though is we opened up this 5 minute right here. This 5 minute is the highest time frame gap in this leg right here. And we also left behind a data high, which is the high of this 10 a.m. candle, because we dropped news at 10 a.m. And me personally, I love targeting data highs and lows. So I feel like we're delivering from something. I had a good reaction. Oh, and also, I love how on NQ it doesn't show it as well, but if you go to like on MNQ it doesn't show as well, but on NQ we inverted this gap next candle. So I love when we create a gap and then invert it like immediately after. Not the reaction I really want to see. It's not like we're reacting off anything now, but because there's not a 15-minute gap here. He said, "Don't worry, man. There's a short coming later in the day." He said, "Aren't you moving stops to BE?" Honestly, I would only move stops to break even when we take out this most recent internal high connected with this price leg right here. Like that's the break even point for me, to be honest. Because that's just the way I trade inversions, to be honest. Because I feel like there are times like this. I mean, this trade could stop me out and all, but there's times where I feel like we invert it, we come back to test the inversion, and then we continue up. But I'll just see how this plays out. And this is definitely my last trade of the day. I took one loss, two break evens, and potentially a second loss. Nah, I shouldn't say that. I wonder how many points does that have to go up for me to hit take profit? That two, I'm targeting 200 points. You said you have 3 accounts connected, correct? Yeah, I have 3 accounts. Yeah. You should same here. Nice. Ooh, we're finally wicking back up a little bit. Ooh, that is a good 5 minute candle close coming up. I bet. Yeah, but remember before though, you were asking me if I was going break even. I feel like this is like a good example though. Like I was scared to explain it in the moment because I feel like sometimes when I explain things, it does the opposite of what I say. But there's times though where we invert this gap, get a good reaction out of it, but then eventually come back to retest it. So hopefully this is one of those days we retest the gap and kind of come back up. You said thinking of buying a couple accounts on Black Friday. I'm definitely doing that. Prop firms usually have crazy discounts on Black Friday. I'm not buying any evals till Black Friday, and I'm stocking up then, honestly. Oh yo, what's up, Agi? How are you, bro? You taking any trades today? You said nah, nothing today. It's looking clean though. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we like immediately inverse this 5 minute. MNQ didn't inverse it, but NQ inversed it here. There's a data high at 10 a.m. up there. I feel like before though, I couldn't find any clean entries really. I mean, well, I took one trade, but it wasn't the cleanest. I lost my earlier trade. He said I surely did get lucky in the shitty PA. Oh, you went 2 for 2. Nice, Darky Knight. He said I'm gonna catch you later. Gonna trade PM. I catch you. I appreciate you stopping by. So, and hopefully this inverse can hold us up. I mean, we already tapped into it once. Tapping into a second time. I feel like at first we had a good reaction after we inverted this gap. You said SNT created in 1 minute time frame. So you bought the 1 minute IFVG? Yeah, I guess I'm assuming there's an SMT at these lows, I assume, probably. If I had to guess, I'll check. No, there's actually not a low. There's not an SMT at those lows. I do know there's an SMT with like the 730 lows. That's one of the things I was basing this trade off of. And hopefully this 11 a.m. macro can do something. You said I got 2 RR. I'm out. Nice, bro. Honestly, this 5 minute candle it's closing right now is not looking so hot. But at least it's not like we opened up any 15-minute gap in here. So it's not like we're really delivering from any like higher time frame 5 or 15-minute gap that I should be going break even at. You said I'm shifting a trade sinker next week? I've heard good things about it. But honestly, I'm thinking about I'm thinking really far ahead, but I feel like if it gets to 11:30 and I'm still stuck in this trade, I'm probably just going to move my take profit to here and then I'll just leave and just let it hit one of the sides. But I mean, I'm definitely still willing to hold this until it hits stop loss or take profit. You said lunch hour trades take forever to hit. Yeah. So honestly though, like I feel like once it gets past like 11:30, like we're just gonna start shopping like a lot more. I feel like there's no volume until like 1:30 or 1 or I don't really trade PM so I wouldn't know really, but oh, thanks for the follow, Jordan in New York. Damn, this is not looking good. You know, honestly, both these losses I took today though, like I'm really okay with. It's not like I did anything where I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. I should have known better. Dude, what's your favorite show or TV series? I really don't watch TV or shows too much, to be honest. I haven't watched TV in a long time, to be honest. What are your what are your some of your favorite shows? Dark Knight. You said, are you ever go to Forex Expo? I mean, I don't even trade Forex, and I've never been to really like some like trading event in person. I'd be down to go one day in the future. You said latest was from all time favorite Suits. I've watched a couple episodes of Suits. I can't really get into it to be honest. Honestly, this 5 minute close that's about to happen though in a minute is gonna be brutal. Ooh, I feel like if this candle is gonna close like all the way down here, it's not a good sign. I'm probably cooked. Ooh, cooked. You said you ever dialed by mistake and they actually picked up? I mean, one time I did, but you said MJ said not eval, I mean express. Are you asking if I'm trading eval over express? These are three funded accounts I'm trading that I'm probably about to get stopped out on. Three express funded accounts. Magically shoot up Nasdaq. I remember the last trade I was in. I don't think it's gonna happen again, but I marked out EQ of the wick, and it was like reacting off of it for forever. It felt like maybe if I mark out EQ this wick, it'll save me. Oh, you said no. I'm asking how much do you think is a good risk on a 50K express? I mean, me personally, I'd be risking like $500 per trade, but at the same time, that means I lose the account in like 4 trades. I mean, it depends more on like your system. Like if you know your system has like my system has a higher win rate, so I'm okay with that. But let's say if you're doing like a 1 to 3 risk to reward, but you have like a 40% win rate, for example, right? So you have bigger wins but a lower win rate. At that point, you could go to like 400, where it's like 5 losses, or like 200, where it's like a bunch of losses. You know what I mean? But I usually just try to think of my drawdown. I divide my drawdown by how many trades I want to be able to lose before I blow the account. He said, "No way. I was pranked my friends. I was told to." God, dude, there's no way. Dude, EQ of Wix be holding so hard today. I would love if we could come up a little higher and not open up a 5 minute here. Because I'm afraid if we open up a 5 minute gap here, it might just get respected and go to my stop loss. Cool, yeah. Dude, I can't believe I'm almost at bracket. I mean, I could still lose this trade, don't get me wrong. But I can't believe I'm almost back at break even. You said no way they got edged that bad. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Oh my god. So it's almost 11:10. I mean, normally, like if I was not in a trade, I normally stop trading at 11:10. But if I'm in a trade, I obviously let it play out. So today I'll be sitting here watching this for a bit. I would really love though for this 5 minute candle to close really strong, because I feel like I need any strength I can get right now. Any bullish strength. Oh, that's what I want to see. Remember, still my strong close. That's like the exact type of close I want to see. Ooh, we're getting some good displacement up now. You said Julian said, "What made you enter this trade?" So, there was this low down here at 7:30, right? I guess this is a data low because I'm assuming they had some. All I know is this is some prominent low with like no wick. So I feel like we swept out that, and we're also taking out this low right here. So we're sweeping out a low inside of a 15-minute gap. So like we closed pretty much at the gap. So I'd say we're respecting that 15-minute gap, right? And I feel like we're just so overextended. Cause see, like overnight, right? Is that overnight? Essentially from yesterday, I should say, right? we just pushed down so hard, and we never really rebalanced the equilibrium, the 50% point of this range. Um, and then yeah, so I mean, we're just reacting off this low. Oh, and also there's a data high above. So like if you look at this 10 a.m. candle right here, there was a news release. So my TP is gonna be a data high, and in my opinion, data highs and lows are really strong draws in liquidity. Like once you start like trending toward them, but yeah, and then so we created this 5 minute gap right here. We like created it, and then the next candle we inversed it. I know it doesn't look like that on MNQ, but NQ is one that matters, and NQ actually inverted that. And there's also an SMT at this low right here too, because NQ was able to take it out, but ES wasn't strong enough or wasn't weak enough. Pretty much there's an SMT at this low, right? So an SMT, we created this 5 minute gap, immediately inverted it, and there's data highs above. You say great trade, this will hit TP. I hope you're right. This is definitely something I'm willing to take. And me personally, when I take inversions, I like to go break even at the most recent internal high or low connected to that price leg, right? So if I'm going break even at the most recent internal high or low, I'm getting over a 1-to-1 risk to reward here. So I love the break even point here. I love how my TP is literally like 200 points away. Well, no, it's 190 actually. Let me correct myself. And I'm not going to, but I feel like if I was being crazy conservative, I could go break even at that high that we just made. I feel like I know some people that do that. But you said, Bento said, got the same entry, been holding for 2 hours. Yeah, I feel like I've been in this forever. And I also am very thankful that I did not get stopped out here. Imagine if this thing like wicked me out and then started going this way. I'd be sick. I'd be sick. You said you said Facts had stop loss at London lows. Oh, I guess you had your stop loss even further down. Okay. Oh yeah, so it wasn't as close to yours. Yeah, it came mad close to my stop. He said, "Yo, let's go back up." I hope it does. I have so many lines down here. I gotta get rid of these. Well, I'll get rid of. I mean, I feel like they all have illustrations though. I'll leave it. Hmm. You said, "Hey Tim, Sarth here. Do you remember my name?" Yeah, I remember you. Were like you showed up for like some of my first lives. Of course, I remember you. How are you doing, bro? I remember you were talking to me. I want to say it was funding ticks. I'm pretty sure you were like putting me onto. So you're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. You said when we inverse the 5 minute FVG, I'll add more contracts. When we inverse the 5-minute, which 5-minute are you looking at? Because in my opinion, I thought we already inversed. It's not an opinion. I thought we already inversed the 5-minute. You said today is choppy, kind of movement with good momentum with trappy. Yeah, today's been a tricky day, to be honest. You said I wanted to fully break through. You said, is this the new 50K? I mean, I'm not sure if I'd necessarily call them like new. I've had them for like 2 weeks now. I mean, I think, yeah, I took the first trade last Monday, a week ago. So this is like 2 full weeks now in this account. Hopefully, if this trade hits, though, my monthly P&L will be green at least. He said, great, great, no need to show. Yeah, it's whatever. I try to be transparent. And every trade I took those accounts too, I took on stream, so. Ooh. Definitely not the reaction I want to see. I was hoping we could at least take out this high. You said from 1 to 8 concurrent viewers definitely gonna beat Patrick Whalen in the future. Just joking. Well, I know you're just joking, but I appreciate that, bro. You said, yo, I shall head out, man. Thanks for the stream. Glad to be here. Catch you tomorrow. I appreciate you stopping by, Dark Knight. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good weekend too. Oh yeah, you said catch you tomorrow. Yeah, Monday. Yeah, I was just thinking that too. You said happy weekend, man. Finally day off from the charts. Yeah. Happy weekend, bro. I'm gonna go grab protein bar real quick. Wonder, so I've been in this trade for, let me check how long. I entered at 10:45. That's like a little over half an hour. It's nothing too crazy. This 5-minute candle is making me so happy right now. And so honestly, if I want to say if ES is gonna come up and like put in an SMT at this high, I want to go break even at. I feel like I'd sell somewhere up here, just like 1 to 1 or something. You said if this candle closes there, I'd move to BE. You know, like that definitely doesn't sound like a bad idea. But me personally, the way I trade, if I'm taking this trade, it's based off this inversion here. Me personally, like my strategy tells me I can't go break even until NQ or ES takes this internal high. I try not to put too much like discretion in my strategy. If you know what I mean? Like obviously there's some discretion, but I feel like when I give myself too much discretion, at least me personally, hasn't worked out too well. So right now, I feel like ES is moving stronger than NQ. So if ES is able to actually take that high, I might have to go break even. And I'm trying to think if I want to, like, do I really want to try to target this data high up here? I'm just like debating it internally. Because honestly, though, if we're going to keep moving in bullish order flow, this data high up here is a really good target. But I gotta walk away from. I can't sit here and watch this all day long. So let's go to TP, bro. I hope so. If it when I TP though, it's definitely gonna be somewhere up here. I'm just really internally debating where I want it to be up here. I really do like targeting data highs. And the thing is, if I did hit that data high target, right? Like I lost 420 so far in my previous trade, but then I'd be up 750. So I'd like if I sell up here though, I feel like I wouldn't be up much in the day. And I know I shouldn't make emotional decisions. Like you should never make a decision based off how much you're going to make on the day. You should make decisions based off how the chart in front of you is looking. But honestly though, I could definitely see that data high getting taken though. I'm just trying to avoid a scenario where, like, let's say, I know it's unlikely, but if we come up here, hit that, and then reverse and stop me out at break even, I wouldn't finish today green. I don't know. Honestly, though, in my opinion, I think if it's going to hit this high up here, it's going to come for that data high. I'm break even there. So honestly, I could close right here and have a winning day, but me personally, I think data highs are getting hit, honestly. I could regret the decision later, but I feel like it's pretty obvious we're going to hit data highs in my opinion. Honestly, actually, I'm thinking if ES is going to put in a clear SNT, eh, I'll just let it go to data highs, to be honest. We're getting amazing displacement toward data highs right now. I'd be mad at myself if I didn't hold toward data highs, I think. Come on up, Nasdaq. Because I do know if this thing were to come down and stop me out of break even, you have to hold me back out of the mental asylum. Not actually, but that would be a horrible scenario, though. I could, honestly, I want to just finish the week green, though. I'm out there, honestly. That was an emotional decision, but I'm going to take it, honestly. I just wanted, honestly, because I'm up on the day. I was over 1-1. Maybe it wasn't an emotional decision. You said great trade, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, and honestly, I don't like this reaction right here because ES, though, is putting in a clear SMT kind of over there. And I don't like that we're reacting off the SMT, and I just wanted to finish the day up, honestly. Actually might have been a good decision, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, that was kind of tricky. And honestly, it's yeah, I mean, it's probably going to hit that highs, but it's whatever. The week's over. I can analyze this later. I'll call that a W. I mean, yeah, it's gonna hit data highs probably. I'm not gonna do anything stupid right now. I got it's whatever. I think I played it right. Yeah, honestly, it's probably gonna hit data highs though. Whatever. So yes, I'll record my video for my Instagram story, and then I'll probably just wrap up all the trades I took today. Actually, yeah, I'll take my video. Why not? Just finished up live stream. I took honestly 4 trades. I got stopped down on one. I won on the other one. The other 2 were break even. I finished the day up $67. I could have finished the day up like 300 if I held to these data highs that were up here. They honestly probably are going to hit, but to be honest, I wanted to just finish the day up, and I had no losing days this week, and honestly, it was kind of an emotional thing where I was like, you know what? I can just secure a green day again, right? Finish, have no red days this week. But honestly, I probably could have held this data high and made that 300. But honestly, W executions, W. Ugh, yeah, that data high is going to hit. Oh, I should have. It's whatever. I mean, in hindsight, what? I closed that trade for 500 instead of 750. So I sacrificed 250 for the risk of it reversing, right? Yeah, I gotta stop looking at this chart. This is gonna mess me up, to be honest. If this is the right decision or not. But I'll go back to trading view. I'll recap all the trades I took, and then I'll wrap up. Ooh, it's gonna hit. Okay. So at 9:30 market open. Where is 9:30 market open? So 9:30 market opens right around here. Coming into 9:30 market open, he said W day, Tim. I appreciate that. But can you guys see my screen? Yeah, you can. Cool. So, coming into 9:30 market open, right? We were honestly holding this 15-minute gap right here. So if I move to like the 15-minute time frame, right? There's this 15-minute gap right here. So at first, I was trying to base a long. I don't know. I got some message I wanted to check out. But so I was basing longs off this. The first trade I took was. I'm just looking at my executions to remind myself real quick. It was sometime after 10 a.m. I took. Oh, it was a 2-minute long. I remember. I remember. Or was it a 1 minute? Oh, yeah, okay. It was right after 10 a.m. So, right after 10 a.m., we kind of pushed down and we created this 2-minute. So we immediately inverted this 2-minute right here. I tried this long right here because there was this data high, which is right that 10 a.m. high. So I really want to target that data high up there. But Yeah, that would have been my break-even point too. So that 2 minute did not end up working out. I tried like another. Pretty much we came reswept that low again. I'm pretty sure he gave me a 30-second. Dude, just to say this out loud though, I feel like honestly, in hindsight, that was an emotional decision closing before we hit that data high. Because part of the reason I closed that trade though is because I wanted to finish green. And I feel like I shouldn't be closing trades because I want to finish the day green. And yeah, that's honestly my bad. But so there's a 30-second here, right? So we swept that low again. We immediately inverted this 30-second. I put my stops down at the low. On that one, I got break evened because we came up and swept the internal high, right? And then came back to break even. I took one more. I think there was one more, another like 1 minute inverse right after, I think it was. I hate when I take so many trades back to back like that. I think it was this 1 minute right here I tried. Yeah, it was. So it was like a 1 minute right here I tried. Kind of the same idea where we just keep sweeping out these lows. And then, so here's the trade that's making me kind of rip my hair out a little bit. So I took this 5 minute right here. So I took this 5 minute inverse. So we came pretty close to my stop. We never stopped me out. The thing I was basing this trade off of, we swept out. This is pretty much a data low, right? We sent out some news that was high impact that left behind this low, right? Like 7:30. There's some tweet or something on Forex Factory I saw, right? So we swept out this low. We also swept out the other low I have marked out attached to it, right? So we swept out this low. We're respecting this 15-minute gap barely. Like, I mean, I think I guess we did technically close through it, but I was saying we're respecting this 15-minute gap because we essentially are, right? So, essentially, I was talking from the second I entered this trade. Honestly, I really was talking about targeting this data high. And then I don't know why. Once we like ES swept out this high over here, and there was an SMT that was holding for like 5 seconds. And yeah, I closed it early. I mean, I'm really not proud of that. I'm really not at all, actually. I mean, because yeah, I secured profit and all, but yeah, I sacrificed like almost $300, honestly, like 250, 275, let's say, per account, 3 accounts. But yeah, I mean, it's still a green day, but I'm not happy with it. But did anyone have any questions about anything that happened today or anything at all? Yeah, and see, we want to sweep that data high. We're reacting off of it. But yeah, that was pretty much the trades I took today. I mean, I really wish I held that data high. Because what did I sell at? I sold at 161. Dude, I sold at 161, which is all the way down here. I guess probably no one has any questions, but I appreciate everyone stopping by. Check out the free Discord in the pinned comment. It's also in my bio. And also check out Alpha Futures if you haven't already. They're my favorite prop firm. And if you use discount code TIMB272, it gets you 10% off all evaluations or wherever the best current discount is. So if they start running some Black Friday sale, whatever, it'll get you where the best current discount is. But I appreciate everyone stopping by. I'll be back Monday through Friday next week doing this again. So I hope you guys come back. But have a good rest of your day and have a good weekend, guys.